Hello and welcome back to the Lore Master Caerula. Today we will be covering a small but rather fascinating aspect of Gunnm lore, that being the Type-V Mutants, also known as the Cognates. We will be looking over what they are, what caused them to become what they are, and what their role in society was. Without further ado, let's begin. We don't know much about when Type-V Mutants first arose. Victor, a Type-V mutant himself, was born in 1066, and there were already vampires around by that point. What we do know is that there is nothing magical about Type-V mutants. They were victims of disease known as the Type-V retrovirus, a disease that ravages the body and puts it into a state known as altered shock. Symptoms include a drop in blood pressure, agonizing pain, hallucinations, stupor, convulsions, and muscle rigidity, a state that lasts 70 hours. Even for those in their physical prime, the chance of survival is only 0.1%. Still, within that 0.1% that survive, as many as 60% would end up taking their own lives, being murdered due to an inability to blend into society, or die of disease, of which mutants were extremely prone to in their first century of life. However, if a Type-V mutant were to live past 100, their chances of death are said to have diminished to near 0%. Historically, the Type-V mutants had faced oppression by the Christian community of Europe, and as such, in the 17th century, the elders founded a secret organization simply known as the Society. This society united the mutants across the planet, and they were taught to refrain from using excessive violence and to integrate into human society. They also believed the term vampire to be derogatory, and instead took the name Cognates or Cognites, depending on the spelling. The Society of Cognates managed to gain great political sway, particularly in Europe. However, the Cognates were not just localized there. In 1989, we see that at least one Cognate, Vilma Vachiri, now calling herself Qinglong Waichi, as she had joined the Black Society in China, a term to refer to the mafia or yakuza in the Chinese bloc. The society had tried to gain access to Asia for a long time and attempted to ally with Qinglong in order to accomplish that goal. However, the female Cognate killed every envoy and assassin they sent her way. It wouldn't be until one fateful day that she would meet her match in Victor Brian, the trump card of the society who managed to win in a battle against Qinglong, and she inevitably surrendered to him, which suggests the society would eventually be able to establish a firm grip in Asian politics. This was in ES 32. By ES 35, which would be 2012 by our calendar, the geocatastrophe happened. A planetoid named Ixchel crashed into Japan, destroying it entirely, causing massive tsunamis and a tilt to Earth's axis, which ultimately culminated in a long impact winter sweeping the planet. This not only wiped out human civilization from the face of the Earth, but it also wiped out the vast majority of the Cognates and the society as well, leaving only a handful of survivors, those being Victor Brian, Vilma Farici, Jacko, Morse, and Zapolska. What happened during the impact winter is worthy of its own video, but needless to say, by its end, only Vilma Fachiri, whom we know as Caerula Singh was in the modern day, is known to have survived. And given that she carries around candies that prevent those who she feeds on from catching her disease, it seems she has no interest in creating any more Type-V mutants anytime soon.